Hey, it's Joe Glines from Automator, and this is just a quick video to explain why we think you should choose AHK Scriptmaker. So, this Scriptmaker we've been working on now for several months, and we finally got it to where I feel really good about it. It's got a lot of great things about it. First off, it's very powerful, yet it's really lightweight. It's not a pain to set up. Most of the stuff is by default enabled and ready to good to go for V1 or V2. VSCode is a phenomenal editor. We have a great course on VSCode, but it's really the Ferrari, and sometimes you just want your Toyota to go to the grocery store, right? This tool is great. It does have a debugger, it does have advanced functionality, but it's not a pain to set up. And Site for AutoHotkey, while we used to highly recommend it, it was having some problems. We couldn't figure out how to even fix it. So this is what we recommend now. There's lots of special functionality we've built into it because, we've been coding with AutoHotkey collectively probably between the three of us, me, Isaias, and Irfan, about 50 years or so. And it we know a lot of ways to save time, and so we built them in there. So first off, you can highlight a word and hit F1, and it'll bring up the AutoHotkey help, either V1 or V2. It detects which version you're in. It watches for new versions. This came up the other day. Lexico's released a new version of AutoHotkey, and it actually had a yellow pop-up here letting us know about it, and then that goes away. But when you go show where the settings are for your AutoHotkey versions, it tells you there also and gives you a link to click to go get the new version, which is great. We do have built-in AutoHotkey snippets. So under these AutoHotkey examples, there are literally hundreds of options in here that will give you examples on how to use the code. So these are really helpful and really great to have access to. This is one of my favorite things. I still have a lot of V1 scripts, so I might want to change to V1, or my default is to V2, and I can change the bitness. But sometimes the dev version of AutoHotkey V2 has some really cool stuff. I might want to switch to it. So just for very quick and easy to do, if you hit New, it will create a new instance, a new tab using your defaults, but you can just go back to your other tab, and it should have what you had going there, right? So very simple, easy to do, to be able to switch between. The other really nice thing is your file history and clipboard history. So here we can go under files. You can actually choose in your preferences. Do you want 0 here? Do you want 10, 20, 30? You can have a lot. If I hit more, I can go and search through them, and I can turn on a fuzzy match, which is really cool, and it will go through and look at the files and when they were edited. So it's a great way to hunt down. But also in your clipboard, you can have your clipboard history if you want this enabled or disabled. And you can remove certain things if you see something here you don't want in there. But it's a great way to have access to your clipboard. And if you, again, like the other one, you can hit more and go and search across things, right? Really cool tool for that kind of stuff. We have a lot of other little things that we added just for AutoHotkey that we love. But those are some of the big ones that I absolutely love. We will keep it up to date. Most of the people working on the editors, this is one of those bad things about open source stuff, right? If no one owns it, so to speak, especially if no one's making money from it, they don't necessarily keep it up to date. They get busy with other stuff. We will keep this editor up to date and working, and when you alert us to bugs, we'll fix them in a timely manner. Also, just as an FYI, it's actually written in AutoHotkey for AutoHotkey V2 specifically. Most editors out there are written for V1. This one was written with V2 in mind, even though it supports V1 perfectly fine. It's really built for V2, which is by far and away the version of AutoHotkey you want to be programming in. So we do, by the way, have a Pro version. In the Pro version, which is, I think, $12.99, you get a lot of built-in tools. Oops. So tools, there's utilities. These are scripts that come with it. And syntax writers that actually help you write your code. So usually we charge anywhere between $3 and I think the highest one was $9.99, something like that for these different tools. And there's, I think, 18 of them now, but with the Pro version, they come built in. You don't get the script itself, but you can launch them from the tool. So check out the tool. I guarantee you will love it. It is a great tool for doing. If you're new to AutoHotkey, phenomenal tool to be using. If you're, even as Isaias says, if you're an intermediate programmer and you want to do something quick, but it might want some debugging that you want to be able to do, which this does have a debugger. Oh, I have a little bug in the debugger, it looks like, because this is an AutoHotkey code, so that's part of the problem. But if you're not pushing stuff to Git or something, then this is still a solid editor for you, even if you're an intermediate or advanced programmer, because we have a lot of those cool functionalities. Like here also, we have a button here. You can run things in admin mode if you want to. You can also run just selected stuff. It's got all the bells and whistles that you probably want. So check it out. Hope you like that. Cheers.